Alright, you guys, I'm here to review Killing Kennedy. This movie is based on a book that was released or publicized last year. And basically, this revolves around a year and a half or so before the events of John F. Kennedy's assassination. And we see the film through the eyes of both Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald. And we get to live both of their lives for 2 hours. This film has a lot of quickness to it. It gets to the main parts quick, which I don't mind, but I wish it would delve in deep of everything that went on. This could have been at least a 2-night event, but I guess they decided just to do it in one night, which was kind of lame, especially for people who doesn't know anything about John F. Kennedy or anything like that, and this would be their forefront of witnessing all that. Even though we had history for that, but it doesn't say everything about history. But this film does get to it resembles all the main parts pretty accurately. Okay, so basically you have Lee Harvey Oswald. He's been defected to the Soviet Union in '59. He stayed there until '62. He met this Russian chick, Marina, and they got together, and he married her basically. We have John F. Kennedy, of course. He's married, of course. He's married to Jacqueline, but he's this womanizer type deal. He swims around with all these different women, and deep down she didn't say anything, but you kind of know Jackie knew what was up, because he has a I guess you could say a fetish or something like that. He couldn't just have more than one woman. But I think over time, before he was assassinated, he kind of grew more mature. And only kept his eyes on Jacqueline, if you will. But basically, the film delves into the Cold War. Kennedy's attempt to deal with the rise of communism and organized crime. Okay? The film does all that very well, but again, it seems very, and I mean very, heavily edited than what it should be. It just doesn't feel complete, you know? Don't get me wrong, it's a good movie. It just doesn't feel complete. It's like we could have had an extra 90 minutes or something. This movie could have been cut down to 90 minutes today, maybe 90 minutes tomorrow if you couldn't do a full 2 hours on both cuts. I don't know. It's just odd. It gets to the point too fast, is what I'm trying to say. When it really should try, and especially from a National Geographic channel, it should really focus on everything while it has a chance to do this, because you know it may never get a chance to do all that again. And I'm pretty sure people don't want to wait to see a Blu-ray to see all the special features that probably should have been in the movie in the first place. You know what I mean? But yeah, this wasn't a bad movie. You got Lowe playing John F. Kennedy, Ginnifer Goodman, whatever her name is, as Jacqueline Kennedy. You have Michelle Trachtenberg in this movie. I didn't know that was her at first glance. I watched this movie twice. I didn't know that was Michelle Trachtenberg. I didn't. She looked completely different, especially since she didn't speak a word of English. She did, but it was more Russian than English. So as it went on commercial, I hit the info button, and I'm looking at the cast. And at the very end, her name shows up. I'm like, I knew her face looked familiar. I just couldn't put it together because she didn't speak English. Fucking hell, Michelle Trachtenberg did an awesome job. I mean, awesome. It's just, that was uncanny. And she spoke Russian almost the whole time. Fucking, man. But she does kind of look like a doll, because her makeup is heavily on her face in this movie. She doesn't look like real. She kind of looks like a doll. She looks like, if you've seen the movie Unknown with Liam Neeson, she looks like Ginnifer Ginnifer, whatever her name is, she looked like a fucking doll too. She didn't look real. That's basically what she looks like in this movie. Ginnifer Goodwin does a great job too. Or Goodman. I don't know. I keep forgetting her last part of her name. She looks just like Jacqueline. Looks just like her. Seriously. But yeah. The movie also delves in between Oswald's hatred to Kennedy because he's messing with the communism with Cuba. Also includes Cuba, which Oswald really has a problem with it. So he buys a rifle and targets 3 men. I think it's Edwin something. His name escapes me at the moment. That's terrible. I can't remember everybody's names, but yeah, Edwin, I believe, who he thought he dealt with, but he only grazed them. It's like Oswald was like an attention whore. He had to have the spotlight, it seems like. That's what I grabbed from him anyway. Especially when the guy on the radio was talking about the person he shot first and how they think they saw 2 guys leaving instead of 1. That really pissed him off. He really wanted to be the center of attention, but without trying too much to get himself in trouble. But he knew at one point he's going to get himself in trouble, so he set a lot of stuff up to set up his wife and their kids if something ever happened to him. Which I thought was the manly thing to do. At least, if you had to do some stupid act like that, you could at least set your wife and kids up for something, and he did. And I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But you're still one crazy, twisted dude. Okay? But, yeah. This movie was great. Everything about this movie was great. Except for that editing, of course. The editing, the movie does seem like it ends too fast. And for that reason alone, Killing Kennedy is going to get a B+ for me. Okay movie. Should have been longer. Should have explained a little bit more. Should have delved in deep. But maybe I'm just nitpicking. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Killing Kennedy down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What is your best interpretation of Kennedy on film so far? I still have to see the Kennedys. I may not make the Kennedys this year. I may have to say that for next November, because I have a lot to do this week alone. So, we'll see. But I'm out.